On today's Bismarck Bucks Coaches Show, the Bucks have no issues rounding up the Wranglers on Saturday. We'll recap the Bucks' big win. But the road only gets harder from here on out. We look ahead as Bismarck prepares for a road test in Iowa against the Barnstormers. And after tossing 5 touchdowns and running for one more last week, we go a little deeper on and off the field with quarterback Glenn Couillette. It's all coming up on this week's Bismarck Bucks Coaches Show, which starts right now. Welcome inside our BEK studios, everyone. I'm David Sugarman. We're already celebrating today. It's only 4 games into the season, but the Bucks are off to their best start in franchise history at 3-1 following Saturday's dominant 61-39 win over Northern Arizona. Let's head back to the event center to see how it all went down. Following a 3-touchdown performance, Justin Rankin and the Bucks raring to go again. But first offensive play of the game, Bucks went to the air. Quarterback Glenn Couillette, 30 yards to receiver JT Stokes. Bucks up 7-0. That was the first of, count them, 6 touchdowns of 25 yards or more. The big plays were coming early and often in this one. One more time, Couillette with plenty of time to operate. Stokes sneaking behind the secondary. Next Bucks possession, it's Rankin's turn. Oh, that alley is closed. No problem. Go the other way. His quarterback helping him out. 7-yard score. Missed extra point, but 13-0. Bucks on top. Just 45 seconds into the second quarter, Couillette airing it out again, this time from Mike Kerrigan in the corner of the end zone. His second touchdown pass of the day. Bucks up 20-0. 11:44 left in the second quarter. Wranglers looking to make something happen. They finally get on the board. Caden Walters to Marquis Johnson. 20-7 Bismarck on top. Less than 3 minutes later, though, Couillette just had the sweet touch and, all right, a little bit of help from his receiver, JT Stokes, laying out to this one. He told us, see ball, get ball. It's that simple. I don't know that it's that simple, but he makes it look that easy coming down with that one. 27-7, Bucks on top big. 4:20 left in the first half. Tell you what, Wranglers quarterback Caden Walters has some wheels. A 25-yard scramble, but don't give up on the play. Keontae Godot knocks the ball loose and then picks it up off the bounce, returns it all the way to the 12-yard line, and a few plays later, Couillette scurries in from a yard out. It's 34-7 Bismarck. Just 4 ticks to go in the first half. Walters probing, looking. How about this? Terrence Bynum going over the wall. All you got to do is touch a little piece of the wall, kids, and you're in bounds. This is still worth a second look here, even on the Bucks Coaches Show. Bynum somehow holding on to that one, and a couple of Bucks fans paying the price. 34-13. Heading into the third, less than 2 minutes in, this is where the Wranglers started to make their move. Walters finds Kevon Rudd for a 26-yard touchdown, 34-19. Chance to cut it to a 1-possession game. 4th and goal at the 3. Devon Keith in the backfield, wreaking havoc. Huge sack, huge stand, and then Raheem Harvey, you know him from his work as a wide receiver. How about as a halfback on the sweep play, 33 yards. That is just filthy, going down the sideline, able to stay away from getting pushed into the wall. He wasn't done, though. Couillette, if it ain't broke, don't try and fix it. This time from 9 yards out, Harvey showing the toughness near the goal line. 41-19. It is all Bucks at that point, or rather 48-25, I should say. Now 8 minutes left in the fourth. Couillette to the air. Kerrigan one more time, his second score of the night. 55-33, Bucks on top. How about a little icing on top? 4th down and 7, under 3 to go. Couillette for the hat trick for Kerrigan, his 3rd touchdown of the night. Couillette finishes with 5 passing touchdowns, 1 on the ground. Bucks roll past the Wranglers, 61-39. Now Bismarck is riding high on their best start in franchise history, but the truth is they're well aware there's still plenty of work to be done.
You know the Kobe Bryant quote, "The job's not done." That's pretty much it. It's 3-1. It's just another week. We got a long season ahead of us, so we're just trying to keep stacking the W's.
It means a lot, personally for me, to experience that. But as a unit, I think we're not really worried about it because we know we got one more game each week coming up. So it's always that next game we got to be 1-0. So that's all we're worrying about, really.
Several other games in action around the league this weekend. The Tucson Sugar Skulls fall to the Green Bay Blizzard 42-36. The Frisco Fighters take down the Louisville Extreme 34-26. Elsewhere, the Spokane Shock handle Massachusetts by 1 touchdown, 33-26. And in one of the best games of the weekend, Sioux Falls gets by Arizona 50-46. Now, there was one other game in action this weekend, but to simply tell you the score of that game really would not do it justice. The Bucks' next opponent, the Iowa Barnstormers, got tangled in an absolute thriller with the Duke City Gladiators. Let's see how it all went down as the Bucks get ready for the Barnstormers. Fourth quarter, locked at 48. Quarterback DeQuan Neal spots Andrew Mahoney for a 4-yard score, one of 4 passing touchdowns for Neal. His team is up 55-48. Under 90 to play. Iowa in need of one more stop. They don't get it. Duke City QB Nate Davis tossed 7 touchdowns, but ran this one in from 5 yards out. We go to overtime. First drive in overtime for Duke City. Davis spots Dello Davis wide open for an 8-yard touchdown. After the 2-point conversion, Duke City led 63-55. Iowa couldn't answer. They dropped their home opener to fall to 1-1. Now, it wasn't long ago the Bucks were looking to bounce back after a rough home opener themselves, and they know they'll have to be prepared for Iowa's best, especially quarterback DeQuan Neal coming off an 8-touchdown performance.
For athletes like that, I mean, you just got to, stay in front of them, keep them contained, and, play assignment football. Guys like that expose you when you play bad technique, bad, fundamentals, and they make you pay for it.
I think we just have to be disciplined, number one. I mean, with a guy that can do so many things, especially with his feet. I mean, Coach told us he accounted for 300 yards over 2 weeks, so that'll tell you how dangerous he is. I think if we play assignment football, we'll be fine.
Time for us to take a short break. When we come back, it's that time of the week where we sit down with Bucks head coach Rod Miller. Don't go anywhere. You're watching the Bismarck Bucks Coaches Show.
Hey, Bucks fans. If you're planning an outing, birthday, or employee appreciation night, then bring your group out to the Buck Stop for a night of fast-paced, high-scoring football. Your group will receive discounted tickets, options for reserved seating, scoreboard messages, VIP services, swag, and a space to gather during the game. You can also participate in pre-game ceremonies, halftime entertainment, in-game contests, and more. Call 701-595-0771 or visit bismarckbucks.com/tickets. All GA is first come, first serve. We'll see you on the turf. Go Bucks!
Everybody needs an off-season, but our announcers have a tough time slowing down.
Hey, do you mind if I practice a little bit? Right, I'm really big man. Johnson holds, shoots, he scores!
Incredible! For the second time today, Brent has jammed the printer.
Lowry's third caramel roll of the day. That's a bold move.
And he drains one. Blind squirrel finds a nut. And back to normal.
Staying connected is more important than ever, and we're proud to have connected you when it mattered most. Whether it was working remotely at your new home office or providing cutting-edge security and connectivity solutions, or connecting you to your customers in new ways. More than ever, your local co-op is here for you. Choose local, choose BEK Connect.
Indoor football is back at the Event Center, and the Bismarck Bucks season is right around the corner. The team will be fueled and ready to compete on game days thanks to our 2021 food sponsors. Dine with any of our supporting partners and get a free Bucks ticket to any home game in the 2021 season. Great food and free football. Tickets are first come, first serve, so get yours now. Call 701-595-0771 for more ticket information. And go Bucks!
Welcome back to the show, everybody. As we are every week, we're delighted to be joined by the Bismarck Bucks head coach, Rod Miller. Coach, it's not a long history for the Bucks, but 3-1 is the best start in franchise history. What's allowed this group to get off to such a strong start these first couple games?
You know, we're just focusing on trying to do the right things and try to make minimal mistakes and just try to get better each week. You know, we're taking it week by week. We divide our season into quarters, and our goal was to finish the first quarter of the season 4-0 or 3-1. And so our goal last week was to finish 3-1, which we did, and now we just got to move on to the next quarter and just try to get better each week.
Offensively, this was probably the most balanced performance you guys had. 9 touchdowns, 5 through the air, 4 on the ground. What allowed you to strike that balance this week better than the first couple?
You know, I think it's getting comfortable and everybody can come with each other and spreading the wealth. You know, when you can spread the wealth, it makes things dangerous. You know, I believe, like I said, every skill position player scored a touchdown that game. So when you can do that, it makes it tough for a defense to try to hone in on one thing. So when you can spread the wealth and score from every angle and every direction, it makes it hard, you know, on a defense. And I know that's been the coach's goal. I've seen his offense do that for a couple of years, so that's what we were expecting. And now the guys are getting comfortable and getting used to the system. And if they can keep getting better each week, you know, as long as you can score 50, 60 points a game, you got a very good chance of winning.
Going off of that, the offense improving so rapidly. 119 points the last couple of games. You had 59 points combined the first 2 games. What's allowed the offense to make so much progress so quickly?
You know, it's just a matter of chemistry and timing and getting better. You know, you got to realize, you know, guys have been off for almost 2 years. So getting the chemistry down, we can practice, but, you know, game speed and practice speed are 2 different things. So getting guys comfortable, getting guys on the same page and getting guys familiar with each other, you know, it just takes some time a little bit to get everybody on the same page. You know, no different than when you look at, you know, the Buccaneers. They started off slow last season, and as the season progressed, they got more comfortable with each other because, like I said, they didn't have any OTAs in the offseason. So it was just a matter of getting comfortable, and guys are getting better each day at practice. They're learning to gel, work together, and I think, you know, making the change, that's like a change, but making the move at quarterback to solidify, you know, one quarterback so now they can get comfortable and understand each other. It makes a big difference.
You touched on your quarterback, Glenn Couillette. In the past, we've talked a lot about him as a mobile guy, as a runner. Really saw him spin it this week. 5 touchdown passes. When he's able to strike that balance and both parts of his games are working, what is the ceiling for a guy like him?
You know, the ceiling is high for him, you know, but the other thing about it, the fans are just now seeing it. You know, when we recruited him and signed him, we already knew he could pass the ball. But it's a matter of getting used to this game, getting used to the angles, the size of the speed of the field, the size of the game, all those different things, you know, that's what made a big difference. And he's getting comfortable as well. So his, you know, maturation in this process is, you can see it developing, and he has to just keep getting better each week and keep learning.
Defensively, you just held a team under 40 points for the 3rd time this season, shut out a team in a first quarter for the 2nd time this season. What has allowed the defense to really step its game up and be so consistent in a league that's not designed for you guys to succeed?
You know, you think it's consistent, but, you know, we're still making a lot of mistakes that the average eye can't see, and we still got to keep improving. And that's the part that's, to me, that's a good thing and also a scary thing, that we can be a very good defense if we eliminate some of the little mistakes that you don't see on the common eye. So, you know, we're going to keep working each week to get better. You know, we get on the guys every week about the mistakes we made. I mean, I thought in the 4th quarter, you know, things got a little sloppy. We picked up a lot of penalties just off of mental stuff in the 4th quarter. So we got to improve those things. There's always something to build on each week, and we're going to find something that we have to build on each week. So that's our theme this week, to stop, you know, making the silly little mistakes and learn to finish a game completely without silly mistakes.
Turning our attention to next week's matchup, you go back on the road for the first time in almost a month to take on the Iowa Barnstormers. And talk about a dual-threat quarterback, DeQuan Neal, 14 total touchdowns in 2 games. How do you game plan for a guy so dangerous?
You know, like we talked about yesterday in film and getting ready. You know, we have to be technique sound. We got to be fundamentally sound. And we got to be, you know, gap assignments have to be taken care of, because when you're playing a guy, I mean, he was the MVP of the league for a reason. I mean, he's a top-notch quarterback. And I've told our quarterbacks, you know, since the beginning, we're going to start facing quarterbacks that are very good quarterbacks. And when you face a very good quarterback, you have to make sure we can contain him and keep him in the pocket and make sure that, you know, on run plays we cover the gaps, because he will take off and run. So, you know, it's a big task for us. We're looking for the challenge. And like anything else, we got to be 1-0 each week. We're trying to go 1-0 this week.
They're coming off a disappointing home opener, tough overtime loss. You guys had a similar scenario a couple of weeks ago, a home opener loss. You're going on the road. How do you make sure you match the intensity that they know, they're going to come with a little extra juice?
You know, we're going to make that all week long. We're going to talk about it. We're going to practice knowing that we're going to a rough atmosphere this weekend. Like you said, they lost their first home game. They want to win at home, and they're a very good team. I mean, they beat the defending champions the first game of the year on the road. So you know what kind of team that they have. And like I talked about last week, you can't underestimate anybody you play. Every game is important, and every game is a championship game. And this week, we got to go 1-0 and win a championship game this weekend in Iowa.
You've talked about before breaking up the season into quarters. First quarter of the season just wrapped up. You're 3-1. If you had to give your team a grade for that first quarter of the season, what would you give them?
Honestly, I would probably give us about 60%. I think that we still made a lot of mistakes in that first quarter. We were fortunate enough to win some games, even making those mistakes. But as you get into the thick of the schedule and towards the end of the schedule, you have to be technique sound. You can't make those kind of turnovers and mistakes. So we're going to strive to keep getting better. And I give us about a 60%. But if you can come out 3-1 with 60%, that means the sky is the limit for us. So we just got to keep getting better, and hopefully we can try to finish every quarter at least 3-1.
As you strive to be better and improve that grade, what is our code word of the week for Week 5 coming up?
Aggressive is our word this week. We got to be aggressive. And aggressive can go on both sides of the ball. It's a misconception that it's only on defense. Offense, you can be aggressive. We want to aggressively attack the defense on offense. We want to make sure, our linemen are aggressive and attacking the run game. Our receivers are aggressive and attacking, the pass routes and attacking those DBs. Defensively, we got to be aggressive. We got to dictate how the game goes and try to control that aspect of it. We want the quarterback of the other team to know we're here. We want the receivers to know we're here, and we're going to be here whole game. So aggressive is the word. We got to aggressively play with smart, controlled aggression throughout the game.
Aggressive is the code word of the week. Make sure to head to the Bucs social media channels to try and win some cool swag, maybe a turf table at the next Bucs home game. Bismarck Bucs coach Rod Miller, thanks so much for joining us.
Glad to be here. Thank you.
We're going to take a short break. When we come back, we're going to learn a little bit more about Bismarck Bucs quarterback Glenn Couillette.
Hey Bucs fans, if you're planning an outing, birthday, or employee appreciation night, then bring your group out to the Buck Stop for a night of fast-paced, high-scoring football. Your group will receive discounted tickets, options for reserved seating, scoreboard messages, VIP services, swag, and a space to gather during the game. You can also participate in pre-game ceremonies, halftime entertainment, in-game contests, and more. Call 701-595-0771 or visit bismarckbucks.com/tickets. All GA is first come, first serve. We'll see you on the turf. Go Bucks!
Everybody needs an off-season, but our announcers have a tough time slowing down.
Do you mind if I practice a little bit? Right, I'm really big man. Johnson holds, shoots, he scores!
Incredible! For the second time today, Brent has jammed the printer.
Lowry's third caramel roll of the day. That's a bold move. And he drains one. Blind squirrel finds a nut. And back to normal.
Staying connected is more important than ever. And we're proud to have connected you when it mattered most. Whether it was working remotely at your new home office or providing cutting-edge security and connectivity solutions, or connecting you to your customers in new ways. More than ever, your local co-op is here for you. Choose local, choose BEK Connect.
Indoor football is back at the Event Center, and the Bismarck Bucks season is right around the corner. The team will be fueled and ready to compete on game days thanks to our 2021 food sponsors. Dine with any of our supporting partners and get a free Bucks ticket to any home game in the 2021 season. Great food and free football. Tickets are first come, first serve, so get yours now. Call 701-595-0771 for more ticket information. And go Bucks!
Through the first few weeks of the season, dual-threat quarterback Glenn Couillette was probably known just as much for his legs as his arm. He had 5 passing touchdowns and 4 rushing touchdowns through the first 3 games. However, after 5 passing touchdowns against Northern Arizona this past Saturday, that narrative may be going by the wayside very soon. Couillette's monster performance against Northern Arizona included 1 rushing touchdown as well. Couillette finished 9 for 16 for 160 yards. The former Tulane and Texas Southern QB's aerial assault came on the heels of a 2 for 6 performance with no passing touchdowns and an interception against Green Bay. Kuyet said the preparation in the film room has simply started to come together and allowed things to really click against the Wranglers. With the pieces of the puzzle starting to fit in place, the only people who may be more excited than Kuyet are his receivers.
He got an arm, he got some legs, and the game plan was made for him to do what he do best. And as you've seen, he showed what he can do, and his talent talk for itself.
He can be very dangerous. You know, we've been putting in a lot of work at practice, getting those extra reps, trying to get that timing down. So that's really helped us out a lot, and we'll be able to connect this week. Because we've been just this close to connecting on a lot of stuff. We can finally kind of put it together this week and help us out a lot.
When Kuyet isn't lined up behind center, it turns out you can often find him behind the lens of a camera. This is just some of Kuyet's work, whose passion for photography and videography simply birthed from seeing the talent of so many young artists on YouTube. Kuyet documented the Bucs' trip, in fact, to Lambeau Field the opening week of the season, and before coming to Bismarck, Kuyet was just working at his craft with friends. Right now, Kuyet's attention is still in the huddle, but his long-term dreams are very much in focus.
Right now, I really want to just expand on my skills with it, but I really do see a future coming up with that, and I'm really excited for that. And I already got a couple friends asking me to do their weddings and stuff, so hopefully this can keep going, and that'll be a good treat for me.
We love to see that for the Bucs quarterback, and big thank you to Glenn for sharing his photos and videos with us. Time for a quick break. When we come back, it's time for another Hurry Up Offense.
Hey Bucs fans, if you're planning an outing, birthday, or employee appreciation night, then bring your group out to the Buck Stop for a night of fast-paced, high-scoring football. Your group will receive discounted tickets, options for reserved seating, scoreboard messages, VIP services, swag, and a space to gather during the game. You can also participate in pre-game ceremonies, halftime entertainment, in-game contests, and more. Call 701-595-0771 or visit bismarckbucks.com/tickets. All GA is first come, first serve. We'll see you on the turf. Go Bucks!
Everybody needs an off-season, but our announcers have a tough time slowing down.
Hey, do you mind if I practice a little bit? Right, I'm really big man.
Johnson holds, shoots, he scores! Incredible! For the second time today, Brent has jammed the printer.
Lowry's third caramel roll of the day. That's a bold move.
And he drains one. Blind squirrel finds a nut. And back to normal.
Staying connected is more important than ever, and we're proud to have connected you when it mattered most. Whether it was working remotely at your new home office or providing cutting-edge security and connectivity solutions, or connecting you to your customers in new ways. More than ever, your local co-op is here for you. Choose local, choose BEK Connect.
Indoor football is back at the Event Center, and the Bismarck Bucks season is right around the corner. The team will be fueled and ready to compete on game days thanks to our 2021 food sponsors. Dine with any of our supporting partners and get a free Bucks ticket to any home game in the 2021 season. Great food and free football. Tickets are first come, first serve, so get yours now. Call 701-595-0771 for more ticket information. And go Bucks!
It's time for this week's Hurry Up Offense. This week we're talking with defensive back Keontae Goudeau. Keontae, we're going to get to know you a little bit better, throw some rapid fire questions your way, see if we can get to know you.
Let's do it.
All right, let's rock and roll. First, this mustache, tell me about this. Is this by design?
Yeah, I'm just letting it grow, man. My goal is to get a goatee connecting. All the guys harass me about it, but I'm not cutting it.
See, right now you almost got the Monopoly Man curls going.
Yeah, sometimes, I'll play with it just to be funny and curl it up, but yeah, it's just free growing.
If you're not doing something football related, where can someone find you on your off day?
Oh, in the gym, or I'm a chess player, so I play on my app a lot. I'm on my phone. Yeah, I love chess.
How'd you get into chess?
I was in the chess club when I was a little kid, and then I stopped playing, and then I picked it back up. Being in minor, it was so boring, so now I just play it all day.
Favorite ice cream flavor?
Chocolate chip cookie dough, definitely.
Best trash talker on the team?
On the team? Ooh.
Rapid fire.
I'm gonna say Sterlo. Sterlo.
Okay,
Sterling.
We've heard him a few times.
Yeah.
Now. Best dancer on the team.
Best dancer, Malik Duncan.
Okay. IFL city you're looking forward to visiting the most?
Visiting? Massachusetts. Never been there.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of random, I know.
Best football memory from any level of your life?
My 3-pick game against St. Cloud.
Also, you mentioned St. Cloud. You're a Minot State guy. What's it like getting to play still here football in the state of North Dakota?
You know, it feels good, actually. I feel like I know a lot of people, not from this area, but I got people from Minot that can come up and watch the game, which is good.
Another hurry up offense, this time with defensive back Keontae Goodell.
Yes, sir.
Big thanks to Keontae for helping us out this week. Wait to see what else the former Beaver might have in store. Time to give away some free stuff. How about a turf table at the Bucks' next home game? Last week's Coach's Code Word winner is Stacy Yancer. Stacy, keep an eye on your inbox over the next couple days. We'll be getting in touch with you to let you know how you can collect your prize. If you want to be cool like Stacy, win a turf table, maybe some Buck swag and prizes, all you got to do is pay attention every Wednesday at 6:30 to our Coach's Code Word segment when we sit down with Bucks head coach Rod Miller. This week's word is aggressive. Here is the keyword, aggressive, and check out these social media channels. Bismarck Bucks on Facebook, at Bismarck Bucks on Twitter, Bismarck_Bucks on Instagram. Use that word right after the show every single week to try and win. It's really that simple. Before we go, let's take a quick look at the Bucks' upcoming schedule. Couple of games up on the horizon. First, the Bucks will hit the road for the first time since week 1 to take on Iowa this Saturday before headed back home to take on the 2019 United Bowl champion Sioux Falls Storm. After that, the Bucks will play Iowa again, this time in Bismarck, before hitting the halfway mark with the game Saturday at Green Bay on June 18th. That's going to do it for this week's Bismarck Bucks Coaches Show. For our entire BEK Sports and BEK News crew, everybody working so hard behind the scenes to make this thing happen. Special thanks to head coach Rod Miller as well for coming on the show once again this week. I'm David Sugarman saying so long and have a safe week.